Okay, welcome back. So I did a bunch of stuff off screen, but I don't want to do too much stuff off screen. I have to get a banana for this monkey. I don't know how to do that. It says you're supposed to get a Yoshi doll from the game. The walkthrough also mentioned that there's a color dungeon that I can do, but I need the Pegasus boots. That sounds fun. I'll try to do that. So I kind of wanted to finish talking about the movie. I also had a really long note today about. I've mentioned it before. It's a musical called Dear Evan Hansen that I like, and I've never really talked about it too much. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Although I haven't watched it in a long time, so I don't really remember too much. Okay. Bow and arrow. Okay, so you get the Yoshi doll. Then press A. Then B. Did I get it? Okay, I thought it was going to be harder. Give the Yoshi doll to who lives north of Marin to get a ribbon. Oh, it's one of these. Get the thing to get the thing, then get that thing to get this thing. Marin is the girl, right? Where is she? I don't remember. There. Okay, so it's these guys. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. How do I do this? Here are some bananas. Oh, ribbon. Give the ribbon to the small chomp. Give the ribbon to the small chomp. Nope. I kind of wanted to talk about. There's one small thing that I didn't like about the movie, which was I thought it. Okay, now what do I do with this? Okay, I got it. There is a trope in movies, I think horror movies specifically, I don't know what it's called, but it's you 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 give some leeway to weird stuff happening if it's like foreign people doing it. This movie wouldn't work if it was in America. I guess it would work a little bit because they do make it seem like a cult that's happening in this place, which is like, okay, it doesn't have to be foreign to be a cult, so I can give it some credit, but you do feel like Swedish people don't act like this. I don't know. But as an American, you might watch it and be like, oh, maybe they do this over there. I don't know. And so you kind of give it some leeway. I'm not explaining it right. I kind of feel like I traded down. What did I start with? The ribbon was better than bananas, isn't it? Okay. I don't know. I like bananas. Anyway. Yeah, that note wasn't interesting, so I'll just move on. So, and I don't know, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, I kind of was thinking this week that I'm getting close to posting one of these videos on the social anxiety subreddit. So I'm kind of feeling bad that I'm not talking about social anxiety as much, and I just kind of talk about TV or movies or whatever. I don't know, it would be really hard to make every episode about social anxiety. And I don't do a lot of stuff except just I go to work and then I come home and I watch TV and movies and sports and play video games. That's all I really do. So I bought some bombs. Does she give me something? But I'm going to talk about another TV show. So I was watching Netflix on Sunday, and there was an ad for this show called The Politician, and I almost never do this. I mean, I never do this. I never watch something based off an ad. Usually I'll usually just see what has good reviews and I'll watch that, or if I know that I like the director or the writer, I'll watch it. But I didn't know either of those things, so I just saw the ad and I just well, obviously I mentioned Dear Evan Hansen, so when I saw Ben Platt, I thought I really want to watch this, so that's why I watched it. But I never really watch anything that I don't want look at the reviews first to see if it has good reviews, because I don't know. It's not a good idea, but I just don't want to waste my time. And it turned out that this show didn't have good reviews, really. I guess Rotten Tomatoes it didn't have good reviews, but Metacritic it did. I went back and forth on it, but I think I like it. I have a bunch of notes about it, but I also want to know what to do with this monkey. I think I went the wrong way. I think I have to go north. So it's created by Ryan Murphy, who created Glee and American Horror Story. Those are the only two that I have watched that he's made. I'm sure he's made like a bunch of stuff. Oh, I just got this wave of like being self-conscious, and I'm not doing a good job. I don't know why. Just power through it. As you do. Like I talk a little bit about Glee and American Horror Story. I remember really liking the pilot to Glee. I remember Fox did this thing where they posted on Hulu or something, like the first episode of Glee, the pilot, to get people excited or something. They posted it in the summer, and the show didn't premiere until September or whenever shows premiere. And I remember really liking it. It felt like I guess I remember the directing being like movie quality. It felt cinematic. Everything was very. He has a style that I don't know how to describe. That is really unique, and it pulls you in when you first see it. I think it does get a little. You just get kind of tired of it. It gets old, I think. Okay, so this is an interesting dungeon. Gotta get these gold leaves to give to that crazy guy in that with the cape or whatever. I gotta look at my notes. I got you. I guess that's what happened with Glee. I remember watching the entire first season and being into it. I don't know what happened with that show, but I remember. I think even at the end of the first season, I stopped watching it. It did become, I think, more of just like about the songs instead of about the characters. And it was just like, well, let's see what songs we can sing today and how we can make a story around a song. That's tough. And then I did watch like the first 3 seasons of American Horror Story. I think they're still doing it. I doubt Ryan Murphy is still writing those, but it's like season 10 or something. And they do it's an anthology, but it's every season is a new thing instead of like Twilight Zone where every episode is a new thing, which is interesting, and I like that they do that, but I haven't watched. I might have watched the first 4 seasons. Yeah, I remember the Asylum season. I watched that one because people online were saying it was really good, and I didn't really like it, so then that's probably why I stopped. So this show is obviously the thing that I've liked the most that he's ever done. It's better that it's just 8 episodes, I think, because too much is, you can get sick of it, his style and everything, and I guess I was starting to feel that again. I think it's the problem I have with everything. It's just like, it's not focused enough on what it needs to be focused on. It's just too many characters and too many side plots, and you lose track of what's important, and I think the writers lose track of it too. Just focus on, what's his name? Peyton? It's his story. Focus on him, what he wants, what are his goals, and they do a good job of setting that up, but then I think the reason why it didn't get very good reviews is it gets sidetracked, and then they spend too much time on other stuff, and then they lost track of what the story they were trying to tell. And then I didn't finish it yet. I got to the last episode. I didn't watch the last episode. What have I done? I only have 3. I only have 2. I need 5. The second to last episode, they have a scene. My biggest complaint going into the second to last episode was they introduced this character. I'm going to spoil this again. I guess whenever I talk about anything, I have to spoil it. Is there a leaf for this guy, maybe? They introduced this character, River. Yes, okay. In the first episode, and then at the end of the first episode, I think he kills himself. So, my biggest complaint going into the second to last episode was, that didn't really lead to anything. They mention it a couple times, but that's it. So it comes across as just melodrama. Like, okay, so somebody kills himself, but it doesn't mean anything, and it's, he said I needed the shovel for some reason. Here we go. I don't really know what the actual definition of melodrama is. I know it's bad and you don't want it. To me, it's just something overly dramatic that doesn't mean anything, and it's just there to add drama to your story, because you feel like your story needs drama, so you kill a character, and then I bet it originates from like something Shakespearean or like that stuff always is like doesn't actually mean anything. It's just a bad version of drama that some critic came up with to describe something, and so now we use it because, okay, I feel like I've been doing this for too long. We can't let him escape. Okay, I just need one more, and I don't know where to get it. But in the second to last episode, they address the river stuff, and it helps, but it's just, they have one scene with him, like, it needed more, and they just needed more Peyton stuff, and like get into his character more and give him more stuff to do. I might be biased because I really like Ben Platt. I think he's gonna be super famous. He's not like he won't be like a mega movie star, but he could be like a Jake Gyllenhaal kind of person who's like the leading role of smaller movies. And he's just really good at being weird and interesting. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. I wish he was in more stuff. He's in a lot of smaller movies. He always does a good job, but I don't really watch like smaller movies that much. I watched Nightcrawler and a movie called Prisoners. I liked all those, but anyway, I'll find that last leaf and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Okay. I always say this, but I hope I'm doing a good job. I don't feel like I am. Just progress, small progress. Okay. See you tomorrow.